Hey, what's up guys? Food plots get all the attention, they get all the rage. We're going to go over in this video one thing that's going to really help increase your odds of getting a whitetail this season. That is planting concealment plots. At the end of this video, we're going to show you one particular blend that we like to use and that's been tried and true, and it's really worked for us in the past. So let's go to my buddy Luke in the field.
Okay, we're standing here in a clover plot that we have that we did some mowing and some spraying in today. And I want to talk about planting a concealment around this plot. The reason you want to do that is because when you have that plot concealed, it just gives the deer a lot more security when they're feeding in here. They're not as edgy, they're not as skittish. A lot of things you want to pay attention to when choosing your concealment is you want to research your seed that's in your concealment plot and make sure that it's going to grow properly in your area. Make sure you're putting the right fertilizer down. Make sure that when the winter comes, it's not going to fall down. It's not going to want to die over in the winter time. Make sure it's not something that when it first starts to germinate and pop up, the deer just aren't going to come right through and mow it down. They're going to want to stay on your actual food source and leave your screen plot alone. When you have that in there, it just makes deer so much more at ease when their food source is concealed, especially them older mature animals like them big bucks you're after, or them old mature does that you want to harvest to put a little bit of meat in the freezer for the upcoming summer. Another good use of a concealment seed is you can plant it along a route to walk in to your deer stand, to where that you can conceal yourself from the deer that you're intending to hunt as you're on your way to your stand. Because I know it's happened to me before, and I'm sure it's happened to about everyone out there. Be walking into your stand and just bust deer on the way in, and you think, well, there goes that. So it's a big ordeal to plant it around your food source and also on a way to your stand to help give yourself as much concealment as possible.
Alright guys, so just like Luke was saying, whitetail really value cover, especially those bigger mature animals. Those animals are smart. They know how to survive. So they're not going to walk out into a field in broad daylight. But having some kind of concealment, some kind of cover that can allow them to feel more secure is going to help them to move out into that cover a lot sooner than they normally would. There is so many things that you can do with concealment. You can also create bedding areas. You can hide a food plot. Like Luke was saying, you can plant it so that you can get to your stand without being seen. Also, a big worry of mine, I have a food plot that's very close to a gravel road. It's set up to where if somebody was wanting to poach it, it could possibly fall victim to that. These deer would otherwise be seen from the road, but by being able to plant these concealment plots, I can basically screen off that entire area so that anybody that's driving by is actually going to have to trespass and get out before they're actually going to be able to see any whitetail with spotlight, etc. So today I'm going to tell you guys about what we use. We use this Imperial Whitetail Conceal. Okay, it's already mixed for you. It has a lot of the directions on the bag. Now you can use a ton of different stuff. You can use Egyptian wheat, and I can go on and on. One thing you want to make sure when you're planting this stuff, guys, is like he's saying, you don't want this stuff to be a food browse for deer. You don't want them to eat it down before it even grows. You also don't want it to get frosted and then lay over and die, because that completely defeats the purpose of it, right? What we actually use is primarily sun hemp that comes in this bag. This is already pre-packaged for you. It does work very well. It's a 4-pound bag, which is about enough to do a 1/4 acre strip. If you're planting it in about 6-foot sections or 6-foot wide rows, that can go a pretty long ways. So like I said at the beginning of the video, there is a link in the description for this particular thing. You can order it in the mail on Amazon and it can come right to your house. You can get ready for the fall. Hey, make sure you do your research. Make sure this grows in your area. This is something you're going to want to plant a lot earlier than, say, your winter food plots to get a pretty good height by the time fall comes around and you're hunting. So you're going to want to plant it during the summer. Hey guys, thanks for tuning in. And if you haven't already, we would really appreciate if you subscribed, like the video, and leave us a comment, guys. I know it's really cliche to hear YouTubers keep saying that over and over again, but it really does help our analytics, and we really, really appreciate it. I would really appreciate it if you gave us a like. Help get this video out there. Again, thanks for watching, Stay tuned to Doneth Outdoors for more tips, tricks, and awesome hunts coming your way soon.